Here we are again. Commute back home using the GoPro Hero 5 Black. $50 now, and it's 4:41. Yeah, 4:41. And they never really warmed up too much today. The rest of the country is going through a polar vortex, some kind of polar vortex event. And here in Houston, we never got very warm today. We weren't expecting to, and I'm surprised that it's as high as 50 degrees. So should be a pleasant ride home. Here we go. This route is it's a different route from the one that I used this morning to come to work. The one this morning is actually is the next road over to the left, parallel to this one. And I could have gone down there, but there's a lot of traffic turning right onto that road, so this one presented less of a traffic issue getting onto this road, that so I came here instead. It could be worse. There is an alternative route that I can use to go home, and that's on a toll road. So this way it's a little bit it's quite significantly slower in terms of absolute speed limit, but it's shorter and cheaper. So I save money by not going on the toll road anymore. A lot of people who vlog mount the camera on the chin bar. So the camera is right here, you know, in front of their helmet on the chin bar. I thought about doing that, and I even bought a mount for doing that, but on this Shoei RF 1200, the chin bar is curved. It's pretty much too curved for me to use the stick-on pad. I would have to use something like Sugru, which is a kind of a hardenable goop or paste or putty-like plasticine-like thing that you can, and I don't want to put any of that crap on my helmet. With the stick-on double-sided tape type solution, you can use a hair dryer or a heat gun, and you can remove it, and it's hardly any marring of the surface. So, but the main reason why I didn't use the chin mount is because the camera would be too close to the windscreen. And you know, I do not particularly like to see my windscreen in the video. It's okay, like right now, the way I've got this adjusted, you probably are able to see just the top of the GPS. But right now this windscreen is in the uppermost position, so the winter riding position that blocks most of the cold breeze. and you know, the camera would be just in line with the top of that, which is no damn good. The advantage of having the camera lower is that you're within the slipstream and it should catch less bugs. So being where it's at right now, the camera will have a much better panoramic view of what I'm seeing or what I'm recording, but the downside is that I'll get more bugs, and another upside is that I won't be shooting through or close to the windscreen. It kind of also looks more dorky to have this camera sticking out to the top, but oh well. Any camera on a helmet, I guess, kind of looks dorky to some people, or to most people, I don't know. I prefer that it wasn't up there, but I do like the footage that I get from the camera, so that's the drawback. Right now I've got the visor closed completely, and the chin vent is also closed, and of course I'm stopped. There's no breeze outside, so this is possibly the best you know, audio sound you're gonna get from this helmet setup. Some people like to put the microphone sticking out to the cheek pad, and to me that's farther away from my lips, so you wouldn't get as much amplification on the sound as where I have it right now, which is right in front of my lips. One thing I forgot to do, and I should comment on right now, is whatever this microphone setting is on the I think this is just default out of the box. There is a couple of settings that you can put for the microphone, you know, that would boost by, I forget how much, 20 decibels. Anyway, there's unboosted and boosted and all of that kind of stuff. I forgot all about that today, and I just plugged in the microphone. So whatever default setting it's at, and I'll check this when I get home if I remember, whatever default setting it's at, that's what's being recorded right now. So that's yet something else for me to have to test. Next time I can probably compare the non-boosted and the boosted and see what the difference is. But this is a non-powered microphone, so that if there's any boosting going on, then it's powered by the battery of the GoPro. One thing I must say, another advantage of having the camera where it's at right now, it's not exactly on the side of the helmet. It's more at if you were looking forward on the helmet, okay, if you were sitting behind me and looking forward and my helmet was in front of you, the camera is located at on the clock face, it's located at maybe the 2 o'clock position. So it's slightly off, it's up and to the right. What this means is that this weight of this GoPro, and the GoPro Hero 7 is a pretty solid heavy camera. It's not the lightest thing in the world. For a little camera like this, it's a solid block of camera. Because the GoPro is mounted closer to the center line of the helmet, the imbalance side to side is minimized. Like if I had the GoPro mounted on the top of my helmet, then the extra load of this lump, it would be going straight down my neck. Moving it off to the side a little bit means it's kind of twisting my head to the right like this, right? To the right like this. It's tending to want to do that, right? So it could cause additional fatigue. If it was right on the side of my helmet, that would maximize that effect. So by having it slightly off center, it is minimizing the imbalance. which is another advantage of having it kind of like where it is right now. So something else to consider if you're watching this and if you're thinking of setting up your helmet for motovlogging. I'm checking the GoPro right now and I don't see anything. I don't know if I'm recording or what. I can't tell if it's on. The camera was in the top box all day, so it was sitting there since for the last 8 hours or more in pretty cool weather. So I don't know if when I left it, the battery was at 60 something percent, say 65% after this morning's ride. So I don't know if it's flat or what, but the forward facing red blinking light is not the brightest. Okay, so I can't really tell just by leaning down there so easily whether the thing is still recording. I guess I could have put my phone on the mount on the handlebars and you know, monitored what I was seeing with the GoPro, but I didn't do that. So I'm kind of shooting blind. We'll see when we get home. I'm gonna continue talking as if I'm recording something. I might be just talking to myself, but well, I am talking to myself, but I might just be talking to myself without the benefit of recording a damn thing. I'm hoping not, but we'll find out. Still can't tell. I just bent down and I was looking in my mirror, and I don't want to twist my mirror because I don't know about you, but I'm kind of anal that way. My mirrors have to be just so, and I don't like anybody touching them, anybody changing the angle, because it's a pain in the ass to get it back exactly how I like it. So as a result, once I set my mirror a certain way, it never moves. Because I use my mirror a lot when I'm riding. I look back quite a lot, and it's positioned perfectly so that I can see behind me with both mirrors without seeing too much of my elbows. I don't look over my shoulder too much. Only if I'm doing a high-speed lane change or something like that and I want to be absolutely sure. But usually I trust my mirrors. So this visor has a lock on the left hand side at the front. I don't know why they don't put the lock in the middle, but the lock on this Shoei RF 1200 is on the left in front. A very stupid place to put it, because I can reach the center of the visor with my left hand just as easily as I can reach the left side of the visor with my left hand. But the thing is, by having it to the side, it's not pulling down evenly when you pull the visor down. So if there's any kind of a slight misalignment, if you didn't put the visor on properly, which is not the case now, the visor is on properly, or if the manufacturing tolerances are slightly off, then clicking that visor shut is a pain in the ass. It doesn't happen very easily. What you've got to do is slam the visor down until it contacts the little nub that is sticking out on the chin bar, and then click it closed. That's the only design flaw in this helmet. in my estimation. Like that. Gotta click it down and then I can click it shut. Stupid. Previous helmet to this was the HJC Alpha Max, and that one had the locking mechanism in front. It was actually spring loaded, which it doesn't need to be, because when you make a little spring loaded latch in front there, then the spring can go. This one here just relies on the flexing of the visor to you know, to ensure a tight fit. And so from that perspective, a more passive latch is better. But at least the Alpha had it in the middle. Anyway, I'm getting pretty close to home right now, so I think I'm gonna end this vlog right now. Just in case the camera is still recording, I'm gonna say goodbye, and I'll talk to you in the next video. Keep the shiny side up, stay safe on the road, and talk to you later. Well, I'm back home, and I guess I just had a chance to look into the mirror, and it's still recording. So that's good. It means I got some footage this afternoon. Excellent.